Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Washington's offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And after a couple of misfires, this offense looking at 3rd and 10. On the ground, it's Coleman. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll haul it in right around the logo. So Arizona State's offense will go to work for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They punted away on 4th down. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab, it's Moore. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 30. Yard line. Williams looking for a man. He lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in and you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up, you got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Rush is on him, and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You want to stop the run game? Big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. And he's got his man along the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Off play action. The short hands, it's Boston. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. Now they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Caught over the middle. It's Tyson. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Sun Devils! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Williams looking for a man. Buys a little time with his feet. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Now the play fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Number 45, on to punt it away.
The kick is on its way. Special teams. Through as they pin him back, they'll mark it dead at the 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Sims. Oh, they're after him!
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve? That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's caught downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. The give to the back. Touchdown, Huskies! And that one will give them the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
Washington 10, Arizona State 7.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire... They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as they...
Holds it in down the sideline. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Sims. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Oh, a lot of space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go. Might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offense.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole. And
the offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to pass, it's Sims. Caught near the sticks, it's McClain. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to get it in. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? He'll go to the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Williams will pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying play action. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here comes the Heat. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Washington, 10.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Williams looking for a man. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Huskies moving quickly to the line. Gonna sling it on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0, Paul.
And they've got to feel good too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but man, getting these W's, that is a sweet, sweet taste.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 12.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Sun Devils! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Number 44 takes it in for the defense.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.